fucking trying to build an account and we get this bullshit on the account. Great. But
also follow a simp account.
Okay, but here's the thing, because those people, this is networking. This is
we
easy
actually
networking.
follow.
You got
account.
It was a business decision.
It's a business. It's a business. You have to follow these people. This is like following. If you want a stan account, you got to follow the other stans. And when you get big, you get rid of them. You get rid of them after that. It's over with.
I open up our Instagram and the first thing I see is pro wrestling simp, and I'm like, what is this?
I don't look at that. I don't look at that stuff.
Decision.
It's a business decision because that guy promotes us, and then when we don't need him anymore, we toss him aside. That's what happens.
Yeah, well, we got go so fucking slap it on a t-shirt and continue to use the move forehead.
Prettier.
This guy just say fucking forehead.
Switch. What?
This guy say forehead.
You
yes, I did.
You think I fucking wouldn't catch that? You think nobody on this program would catch that? But I did. For weird.
You almost didn't.
For weird.
Let's be honest. You almost didn't.
Weird champ. Weird champ. This is what we resort to here.
All right. Next up.
Unbelievable. Five head.
Next up, we have.
Why people happy? Pagu. Weird champ. For weird. Forehead.
Oh god.
Franker faces.
Oh.
Wowie. Why people sad. What else?
Look at how red my face is.
What else we got? Let me go on Twitch right quick. Okay.
Why?
Why do people happy? KW, LOLW, XQCL.
All right. The Acclaim promo now. We were backstage.
Okay.
They're just like, yo, it's not gonna be a triple. It's not gonna be a
No,
normal.
dude, we're gonna do a fatal four-way poggers, bro. Thanks for the fucking bits.
Fuck, damn it! Jump off a roof.
Well, they just lost Gunther, so I don't know how that is gonna survive. But what's it called? But the Third Reich faction. That's the Imperium's gonna turn to the Third Reich now. But
he posted a picture on Twitter with Sean Dean. He's got his castle. It says "Justice" on it. and then somebody says Hook is some fucking girl says on Twitter, Hook is what? Stokely, I hate your bald ass so much. And then Big Stoke on Twitter goes, wow, Hook will pay for his crimes. It was confirmed that there was a forearm fracture which required a cast. I am distraught. I rolled dice with my left hand, so I'm please don't make me sue this company, Tony Khan. Please, you know that a portrait of your father that's hanging in your office? Well, once I own this company, I'm replacing it with a big-ass photo of James Brown. Yep. Every time you see the Godfather of Soul sweating in drug-fueled rage at the Apollo, you're gonna think of me. Sounds pretty miserable, bro. Do the right thing. Punish this little bastard Hook and write me a fat check. By the way, here's a photo of me with my best friend Al Sharpton. It means absolutely nothing, by the way. Blushing face. But somebody tweeted, TP tweeted, Hook is a piece of shit, and then somebody tweeted this. Some woman, I dated a 5'8" guy who taunt every jet. I dated a 5'8" guy who taunt every jet.
Wait 1 second, I realized.
6'3" bro, he met
So the desktop audio.
their first back to beat him up. Whereupon my ex would go, hey, come on. I'm a little guy. I'm just a little guy. No, it's just also my birthday. I'm a birthday boy. It somehow always worked. And then Stokely just quote tweets it. Fuck you.
Tony Brown, but who the fuck's in the background? It's Hook. It's fucking Hook. And then he's getting twerked on by some fucking broad. My t-shirt money is now in the ass crack of some fucking stripper. So thanks, Hook. But I don't. But Jesus Christ, this is the greatest fucking thing I've ever seen.
Clip it.
But
actually,
hey, it
I
worked
hope-
out in the long run.
I hope that I actually do hope they make another season actually because I would love to see the American Dragon on Total Bellas start memeing on John Laurinaitis. You have live footage of John Laurinaitis in his living room calling somebody in his underwear saying, "Hey, bud, you fired."
What did Max Caster say about me?
Like I'm embarrassed the fact that I'm hosting a post show for this crap.
I'm proud of you, Carl. I love this.
We did our Valentine's Day post of Hooked on You, but it was mainly for Jamie Hayter and only Jamie Hayter.
It's not right. It's not right. I'm trying to build an account and we get this bullshit on the account. Great. But
So follow a simp account.
okay. Okay, but here's the thing, because those people, this is networking. This is
We
easy
actually
networking.
follow
You got
It was a business decision.
it's
to
a
follow
business. It's a business. You
wrestling
have to
simp,
follow these
okay?
people. This is like following. If you want a stan account, you got to follow the other stands. And
I know, but, like,
when you
shit,
get big, you
I-
get rid of them. You
I
get
thought-
rid of them after that. It's over with.
I open up our Instagram and the first thing I see is pro wrestling
I don't
simp,
look
and I'm
at
like,
that.
what is this?
I don't look at that.
It
I don't
was
look
a
at that stuff.
business decision.
It's a business
okay?
decision because that guy promotes us, and then when we don't need him anymore, we toss him aside. That's what happens. This is,
Yeah, well, we got so fucking slap it on a t-shirt and continue to use the move forehead.
Unpretty.
This guy just say
I'll take
fucking
kill switch.
forehead.
What?
This guy say forehead.
You
Yes, I
did.
did.
You think I fucking wouldn't catch that? You think nobody on this program would catch that? But I did. For weird.
You almost didn't.
For weird.
Let's be honest, you almost didn't.
Weird champ. Weird champ. This is what we resort to here.
All right, next up.
Unbelievable. Five head.
Next up,
Boggers.
we have... Up to this. It's Wednesday, guys. You know what that means. It is time for your weekly dose of the pro wrestling injection right here on the Sports Hit List by the fans for the fans. As always, I'm here joined by my illustrious panel of co-hosts. To my right, we have Mr. Marathon himself, Mike, and down below we have the goon himself, Christian. Oh my god. And yes, I'm still rocking the fucking mustache.
Yes.
I've learned to cope with it. I don't look that bad. I look like a dejected Paul Blart, but I digress. So yeah.
Sorry, I zoned out for a minute. I was writing some down.
I said I look like a dejected Paul Blart.
Oh, that was the wrong time to take a sip of water.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Okay, look at this. I know. I just saw it's a Matt Cardona versus Carlito. House of Glory. Holy shit.
Okay.
The Kingo and
Dope.
Speedball Mike Bailey are on that show too. That's a good one.
I'm pulling up the YouTube chat.
Oh, God.
But yeah,
Blart,
so
Mall Cop, great movie.
we have it's not that good of a movie. Come on.
I don't care. I just like saying that
That
about
movie,
movies that I've seen.
And fair enough. I'm just logging into the Facebook stuff so I can see every chat that I can. Okay. Damn it, I hate forgetting the Google password.
Anyway.
Stuff. But yeah, no, we don't have a lot of news to cover, thankfully.
Yep.
God help us.
Just starting off with the quick stuff. Congratulations to I mean we mentioned this on the Double or Nothing show, but Ty Mello, but now Alexa Bliss is pregnant. So congrats to them.
Yes.
It's pretty cool. Next up we have Dark Side of the Ring has started last night.
I did not watch it yet.
I did.
I forgot about that.
It's a very, very good episode on Chris Candido and Tammy Sitch, or Sunny, or people might know her. Great episode on them. Had a lot of testimonials and like interviews from like they had Dr. Tom Pritchard, Lance Storm, Jim Cornette, Terry Reynolds. They had Chris Candido's mom and Chris Candido's brother, and they were very, very good
Yeah.
interviews as well.
So yeah, I know a lot of people might be put off by like some of the people they get for like I'm no fan of Cornette, but Dark Side of the Ring cannot operate without Cornette just due to
Oh,
his
I agree that like
and who he was around in most of the episodes.
I think like my favorite Cornette episode of Dark Side of the Ring is the Brawl for All. That one is just so
the one where
good.
he's going at Russo.
Well, yeah, that's because when Russo booked a shoot boxing tournament for pro wrestlers who didn't know dick about boxing.
Vince Russo.
But yeah,
Hey, bro.
so that was pretty good. Very, very good episode. I recommend watching it. Next week's episode focuses on Magnum TA, which is a very tragic story in its own right. But yeah, it should be running up until August. So you have a lot of time to go catch the Dark Side of the Ring.
If you want as well, you can buy the season pass of it on Prime Video, and you'll get the episodes as they release.
Well, you could actually watch it for free on Vice's website. You just have to log into your cable provider. Or
I'm saying though, if you want as well, you could purchase it and have it forever, commercial free.
Oh, they're on there forever. You just got to be good at timing this. When they get to the ad on the Vice website, you just got to press that 15-second skip, and then you got to hit it back. I'm a master at it. So you got to do. But yeah, after that, we had a little positive injury report today on Layla Hirsch. Layla Hirsch is set to be returning very, very soon. If you forgot, last year at Revolution, last year, it was a little bit after Revolution, she tore her ACL, and she's been out ever since. But it's been reported by Fightful and a bunch of other news sources that she is very, very close to return. So very excited to see that. I hope she comes back as a heel, which she already was, and that's what she kind of needed back when she first got injured. But I mean, her and Chris Statlander should be going right at it after what fucking Chris Statlander said to her that one program they had.
That was but I think going off by today's show, she's gonna be working with Taya Valkyrie until Layla Hirsch gets put back.
But next up, basically all New Japan stuff from here on out. First off, we had our Best of the Super Juniors finals last Saturday. And it was an excellent match between Master Wato and Titan. Definitely one of the best matches of the year so far. It was fantastic. Great clash of styles. It really actually not really a clash of styles because Titan is a Mexican wrestler, luchador. He's now a member of Los Ingobernables de Japón. They were all out there supporting him. And Master Wato was a young lion who did his excursion in Mexico. So it was a nice, basically a Japanese strong style / lucha libre technical match because people think Titan, you hear luchador, a big high flyer. Titan's more of a grounded mat-based wrestler than he does aerial moves, but I mean he's more of a ground-based luchador with that Yave style. So it was just a great match. Master Wato did come out with the victory. Master Wato is your winner of Best of the Super Juniors 30. If you gave me 100 chances to guess the finals and the winner of Best of the Super Juniors, I probably would not have said Master Wato. So it was actually pretty cool seeing Gato go in a different direction booking wise. But now this means that Master Wato gets a title shot, and this makes me more excited for the G1 because with Gato's booking and how like Mike Bailey got to the semifinals, this means the G1 booking is going to be a lot more ballsy. And when Gato books ballsy, he usually makes real good shit. So yeah, that was great stuff at the Best of the Super Juniors finals. But next up, we have a quick little announcement from GCW as well, because the guy who was just in the Best of the Super Juniors, the guy who I thought was going to win but didn't, El Desperado, he will be in the Tournament of Survival. It's the biggest deathmatch tournament in the world that I watch every year.
Also,
and yeah, El Desperado will be in that match. Will be in the tournament, which is very exciting because if you didn't know, El Desperado has the highest rated death match in history on Cage Match, and it was with Jun Kasai. And I remember that match. It was a great match. He did the same spot he did with Moxley when he wrestled Moxley in that death match, where it had the board of the half cut soda cans. that is when it was. I mean, I've seen tax, I've seen light bulbs, but that shit, fuck that. Yeah.
And also don't forget Friday, July 14th for GCW. My Japanese is not that good for reading names. Can you read that name off that's going to be at the show, Christian?
Oh, I don't know.
I sent it in the group chat.
Oh, okay.
Like
a
bit ago.
I have the lineup for the Tournament Survival as well. Yoshihiko.
Yep. So
Yeah,
Yoshihiko will
be there.
The craziest MFer in the world.
But starting June 3rd at the Tournament Survival, there's 12 names, consist of Rino Yamashita, Tommy Harada, Toru Segura, Joey Janela, who is returning to the deathmatch scene, Sawyer Wreck, Casey Kirk, Matt Tremont, Cyclope, John Wayne Murdoch, Miedo Extremo, Green Phantom, and El Desperado. So I really hope he can at least El Desperado with Joey Janela. Nick Gage hasn't been in for like 3 years. I mean, he's beat up, so he does.
Nick Gage is beat up, but like Nick Gage doesn't know where the fuck Nick Gage wants to do.
True. But what's it called? Okay, and then afterwards, our last piece of news here, which is probably the biggest piece of news, regarding New Japan. But this Sunday we have New Japan Dominion, which if you're not a New Japan viewer, and you need something for reference, basically Dominion is what SummerSlam is so SummerSlam to WrestleMania, Dominion is to Wrestle Kingdom for New Japan. So yeah, so this is basically their SummerSlam, midway through the year type of thing. Not even really though, because
never forget fucking Dominion was my first New Japan show. And then I was baptized in fire by the G1.
Next, all right. So the card here, we have the kickoff match, which is a Young Lion match, which is not really important, but it's got Oscar Lube, Ryohei Oiwa, and Bolton Oleg versus and Yuto Nakashima. So yeah, it's like as Oscar Lube, he's a German, I believe, and he's doing a three. The guy's huge, but he's doing a 3-on-1 against Ryohei Oiwa, Bolton Oleg, and Yuto Nakashima. But now we get into the regular card. We have no particular order here. We have members of Just Five Guys, Yoshinobu Kanemaru, Taichi, Taka Michinoku, and Doki versus members of Los Ingobernables de Japón, Tetsuya Naito, Shingo Takagi, Titan, and Bushi in a 8-man tag. We have a match with serious Forbidden Door implications, where the winner will go on to Forbidden Door to wrestle Kenny Omega, and this match will be between Will Ospreay and Lance Archer. That's going to be a great match. They had a great match in the G1 a couple years ago. I think it was 2019. But next up, we have the IWGP Junior Heavyweight Junior Tag Team titles being defended by the Jet Setters, Kushida and Kevin Knight, versus the former champions Catch 22 of United Empire, TJP and Francesco Akira. We have a New Japan TV title defense between Zack Sabre Jr. and Jeff Cobb. That should be real good. We have a IWGP Heavyweight Tag Team title and New Japan Strong Tag Team title match to crown the new champions due to Aussie Open having to relinquish them between Bishamon, Hiroki Goto, and Yoshihashi, House of Torture, Yujiro Takahashi and Evil, and United Empire, Aaron Hanare and Great-O-Khan. And then we have the G1 Climax lineup is going to be announced. So I am very, very excited for that. That's one of my favorite things ever. I can't wait. I completely forgot the G1 lineup's going to be announced on Sunday. But yeah, moving on with the card, we have a never openweight title match between David Finlay and El Phantasmo. That should be something to look out for. We have probably I don't know. This is probably my most anticipated match of the night, but we have the never openweight 6-man tag team championship match between Kazuchika Okada, Hiroshi Tanahashi, and Tomohiro Ishii versus the Blackpool Combat Club, Jon Moxley, Claudio Castagnoli, and Shota Umino. Claudio's first time in a New Japan ring. Very excited. It's going to be in there with Ishii, Okada, and Tanahashi. I mean, I always say Claudio was kind of like the taller Ishii. So very excited for that one.
Real quick, speaking of Japan, Japan itself has lifted all COVID-19 guidelines in the country.
Yeah,
they have lifted everything.
Travel. Yep. Next up, we have the IWGP Junior Heavyweight title match between the winner of the Best of the Super Juniors, Master Wato, in his hometown of Osaka, versus Hiromu Takahashi. And then we have our main event of the evening, which is a match I'm extremely excited about, and I have no clue. I have something's in the air for this match, even though he just won the belt. But we have Sonata versus the returning Yota Tsuji. And if you don't know about Yota Tsuji was a young lion. He was kind of like Tanahashi's personal young lion. He was one of the greatest young lion prospects ever. And he went on excursion to Mexico and the United Kingdom. He did a lot in Rev Pro. And he finally returned. And he's getting a main event in New Japan on his first match back from excursion. Young lion excursion. This for the world title, that's a big fucking deal. For a young lion returning from excursion. I have a feeling that he's going to win the title from Sonata, even though Sonata just won it and he just reinvented himself. Because Tsuji, number one, the guy looks like $1 million. The guy looks like a star. And, I mean, if when Okada first came back from excursion, his second match ever was with Tanahashi for the title, and he won. It was a big monumental moment in New Japan history called the Rainmaker Shock. And that's what created Okada and what we know of Okada is today. And they kind of did it with Jay White back in the day. Probably, I think it was about 2018, 2019. They did the same thing with Jay White where he beat Tanahashi right after Tanahashi beat Omega for the title after Omega left. So I have this feeling about Tsuji. I could see them. I feel it's too early to take the title off Sonata. I think he should hold it through the G1, but I feel something about Tsuji. Win it. And Tsuji he looks great. He's being presented like a big star coming back from excursion, and I'm very excited because a lot of people are talking about how we might be in the age of the third era of the Three Musketeers,
which is
in New Japan,
mind-boggling.
The Three Musketeers, in New Japan. This would be the third generation of Three Musketeers. The first Three Musketeers, let me just get this right because I know the second generation of the first. It was Keiji Muto, Masahiro Chono, and Shinya Hashimoto. They were the first Three Musketeers. Then the next Three Musketeers were three names that I think all of you are very familiar with. That being Shinsuke Nakamura, Hiroshi Tanahashi, and Katsuyori Shibata. Three guys who have done a lot, and a lot of people are calling the next Three Musketeers to be upon us right now, and that being Shota Umino, Ren Narita, and now Yota Tsuji, who was the final missing piece. So I wouldn't be surprised if that was the case. And yeah, very excited for this Dominion show. And we're not done talking about Dominion because we're gonna be talking about Dominion later on when we get to the Dynamite review, because there was a big tease on something, and it could go in various different directions that could actually impact Dominion. So
also, Mike, we got your boy on the YouTube chat.
Of course, I had the thing scrolled up too high. I didn't even see it.
All good. How's it going, man? All right.
Hey, Tom.
Tonight we had a Dynamite. There was one tonight, and god damn, this was the best post pay-per-view one. Like, kind of, not 100%, but so far, this felt like a nice post pay-per-view show. Christian, what's so funny? Is there some news?
So AEW tweeting at the Punk graphic for the Collision show. Andrade just goes, "I have something similar with this guy," and he puts 3 fist emojis.
God damn it! Okay.
The backstage altercations.
Okay, so god damn it! Okay, okay, Andrade.
Biggie T's shot dead in Atlanta. That's fucking sick. Great.
What?
E. Cheese was shot dead in Atlanta.
Damn. Okay.
Horrible. I was just with him.
All right. There is a lot to talk about. I keep looking at myself in the viewfinder and I want to die internally every time I see my mustache. I'm learning to live with it. That's an image. Not sharing that, but that's an image. I'm just gonna say that to the bookmarks on Twitter.
So the show started out just regularly with well, not regularly. Maybe it was regularly, it would have been an Orange Cassidy opening match, but it wasn't. We had the Blackpool Combat Club, John Moxley, Wheeler Yuta, and Claudio Castagnoli versus the Lucha Bros with Bandito, and
God,
Bryan
Bandito
Danielson
held Wheeler Yuta for 40 seconds.
60.
Bryan
60.
Danielson was on commentary for the entire match. He was on commentary before the show went on the air. But yeah, this was a great match. I do want to acknowledge Bandito on. I know what his gear was. His fucking
He was holding the hammer thing.
Yeah, so what that I know what that is, but I don't know the name. Because it's in. I mean, I don't really play Fortnite that much, but I know it's in Fortnite. So I know a base level version of
I haven't
it.
played that game in a long ass time.
I know the base level version of it. What that thing is, he was wearing like that bee costume. The biggest Mexican YouTuber in the world wears like that bee costume and shit.
Okay.
So I know that's like a thing. I'm gonna try to get the name up here, but Mexican bee YouTuber. All right, so nothing's coming up here. I'm just gonna put bug now. Let's see. Not sure. Nothing's coming up. We're gonna figure this shit out because I need this guy's name because this guy I know he's like an older guy too, like an older guy running around in a fucking bee costume, making YouTube videos or something. Red Bee Fortnite. Let's do that.
That's a sentence.
Oh, and I got it. There it is.
Red Bee Fortnite.
Okay, here it is. Mexican icon El Chapulin, Colorado. So that's what, and so if you look up El Chapulin, Colorado, it's a TV, not a YouTuber, a TV star. So El Chapulin, Colorado. That's what Bandito was dressed up as tonight, and I'm seeing now here that he has a Funko Pop with that hammer, and in Fortnite, he has that hammer as his pickaxe weapon. So
we
there
love
you go.
Fortnite. We love Fortnite.
That's what Bandito was dressed as today. So you learn something new every day.
Yeah, Fortnite, aka build something outrageous so you can't get shot.
No,
yes.
But there's no build mode now. Come on, give it the credit.
When did they take that out?
Well, no, you could choose either like the
No
mode with
build.
building, or you could do no build. That's been in it for like a year now.
Oh, well, I quit playing long before that, so.
I got my first victory royale.
Step in the right direction.
I got my first victory royale on my Switch at college.
I got like 200. Shit.
Was it because of the no build?
No, this was
Or was
build
it original?
times.
Okay,
Hey,
nice.
I have
Nice.
200.
What?
You have what?
200.
200 victory royales.
I've never been good at shooter games. But there's only three I was ever good at, and it was fucking Overwatch, Splatoon, and Fortnite. So there you go.
Fair enough.
I got my one victory royale and basically call it a career.
I got my first victory royale.
You know who's getting a bunch of victory royales? If you look at his Instagram story, Kazuchika Okada.
I don't want to talk about that. That shit was disgusting.
They should put him in there.
That shit was disgusting to see.
Oh wait, Tom is asking Bumblebee Man from The Simpsons.
No, I was gonna say that.
No, but that character is based off the guy though, because it's an old ass fucking TV show. But yeah, so the BCC came out. There was a great spot. They kind of did it in the Battle Royal as well, where Bandito held them up for like 60 seconds, and then they were fighting them off and like letting them it's like a fucking tower defense game. The guy was playing Plants vs Zombies right there to protect them. But yeah, it was great stuff. Great high class, hard hitting match. I love Yuta. And Brian Danielson said this in the media scrum that him and Yuta went on a hike the day of Double or Nothing, and he made him do fucking arches on the rocks.
Of course.
And that shit looked
Jesus.
painful. And there's a picture of it on Brian's Instagram, or Twitter. But yeah, so yeah, because they were talking about Yuta's crummy pin from last weekend, and he was getting yelled at by Danielson. But now he pinned Kenny Omega. He was he
With the
gassed up Wheeler
seatbelt
Yuta so
that
much.
he learned
Chuck
from
Taylor.
Chuck.
Yeah, but so yeah, this was a great match. The match ended where Yuta basically slid fucking Bandito over to Mox, had Mox hit him. Claudio knocked the shit out of him, and then got him back in the ring, hit the Basaiku knee, and then did the hammer and anvil elbows, hit locked on the seatbelt and pinned Bandito. This was a great opener, really fast. I love Brian Danielson on commentary, just fucking. I mean, he was just gassing up Yuta, putting Yuta over. I mean, if you go listen to Brian at the media scrum, he is so complimentary of Yuta. It's insane.
It's because there's something in Yuta. Yuta's going to be a very special person in the next coming years.
Right now, Wheeler Yuta, just by who he's surrounded by, his ceiling is fucking
Infinitely
maybe one
higher.
of the greatest ever. Yeah.
Well, it's like ever since the match with Mox, his ticket has been punched for life.
And this guy, he's only 26. He's only 26 years old, this guy.
Yeah,
And
making me jealous of my life.
Making me jealous of hell. Hook makes me jealous of my own life because he's like 2 years younger than me, probably.
Thea Hale on NXT makes me fucking pissed off because she started at 18. I was like, all right.
All right, dude, man. But no, it's Yuta is definitely gonna be something special.
He already is. To be honest, in my eyes, he already is. Just by who he's surrounded by. Look who he's standing there with. This guy's got no right standing there with these fucking guys. But he is, and he's fucking holding his own.
True. Very true.
Doing more than holding his own.
Absolutely.
But all right, next up after this,
we had a backstage segment with the Elite. Matt was getting his foot taped up after he got fucking mauled with the tacks in his heel. That was
watch BTE to see like a closer look at it. It is fucking gnarly.
Nasty. But yeah, he was talking about how I never in my life have I thought I would have to try to melt somebody's face off with a fucking explosive shoe, but here we are. And I always said that Hangman brings the best out of us, but the BCC brings out the worst. So he was talking about that. Nick said, basically, we're not finished with them at all. Hangman then starts to talking, but he quickly gets cut off by the Dark Order, Evil Uno, John Silver, and Alex Reynolds, and they were just saying, "Oh, wait, never mind. You're with your new friends. We're leaving." What this says to me is that this
Dark
guy's
Order's going heel.
They're gonna turn heel. If you want to know where Stu is actually in a storyline with the Righteous right now with Vincent and Dutch on Ring of Honor right now, and he's kind of with them right now. They're like trying to like corrupt him into their group. So that's why he's not around with them right now. And they're actually gonna wrestle this Thursday on Ring of Honor. It's Stu, Vincent, and Dutch versus Uno, Reynolds, and Silver.
Again.
But
nice.
But the big time thing here was Hangman goes, all right, well, Alex Marvez asked Hangman, where's Kenny Omega? He's like, listen, Kenny Omega's not even here tonight. He's not even in the country. He went back to Canada. Actually, you know what? He's not in Canada. He's actually not in Canada. And then he just kind of trailed off after that. So that's all you need to hear. Kenny Omega is not in the country, and he's not in Canada. Where the fuck do you think this guy is? Fucking Puerto Rico? Fucking Africa? London?
Dominican
No,
Republic.
motherfucker, he's in Japan. And know what he's doing in Japan? He's looking for his golden lover. He's looking for Kota Ibushi. He needs help. He's in a dire circumstance. Him and his friends are getting the shit fucking knocked out of him on a nightly basis. by fucking 4 killers, and he needs Ibushi. And that's not the only person he might need. Because, as I said earlier, we're probably going to talk about Dominion again. Here we are. He has a business at Dominion. Ospreay and Archer are fighting to see who wrestles him at Dominion. That doesn't mean he has to be there to confront the winner of that match, even though Don Callis has been on Twitter fucking going off about how great Will Ospreay is on Twitter and saying bruv and all that shit. So,
Boy,
but
bruv, I'm so proud of you.
But who else is going to be in Japan? Claudio and Moxley. I can very well, and that on the card right now, it looks like that's going to be the third to last match. I would not be surprised if he ran in during the end of that match or after the match, attacked Claudio and Moxley, and had Okada help. Because if you don't remember, earlier in the year after Wrestle Kingdom at New Year's Dash, the night after, Kenny Omega tagged with Kazuchika Okada against Aaron Henare and Jeff Cobb. So he's already tagged with Okada before. Ibushi is all good with New Japan. Ibushi and Okada have fucking a storied history by themselves. If this guy goes to Dominion, ask Okada for help, because Okada has big problems with Shota Umino, and he's got big problems with Moxley. He's got a lick in this issue too. He goes to Japan, gets Okada, and he gets Ibushi. I think this is where we're headed. So gonna be very, very eventful weekend when it comes to AEW and Forbidden Door building.
Hey, Mike, so your friend says you definitely need a cat.
That's what he says. Probably not gonna get one anytime soon.
Oh.
No offense to cats.
I've never had a cat.
Also, Tom, yes, the Hardys did start at 16 and lie about it.
Yep, they did. So did
Tom,
Ray.
I'm not falling asleep here. Shut up.
So did Rey Mysterio.
Well, I mean, if we're going like old school, right. I mean, didn't Paige start as a fetus?
Yes, but like she also started when she was like 3. That's because her parents owned the company.
Yeah.
But yeah. So this is gonna be very interesting. I think I see your prediction for this. Christian, towards the end of that match, or even at the end of it, Kenny's gonna come in with Okada. I think what's gonna happen is that they're gonna be celebrating. Kenny's gonna come in. It's gonna be out of nowhere. There's gonna be a flying V trigger to like Claudio, and then Kenny's gonna roll out of the ring, and then Okada's gonna pull up on Mox and hit him with the Rainmaker.
And that's the thing too. I don't see the Bucks going, but I can see Hangman maybe going with him.
It's possible.
I doubt it though. I think it's probably just gonna be Omega. But yeah.
But
we don't know what the fuck he's doing over there.
But a side note to the Dark Order stuff, it was like kind of like poking fun at their old ways on BTE, saying, "Didn't we used to like murder people in the woods?"
Yes.
Yeah, that was a weird time.
Good times indeed.
Shit happens.
To be honest, I would have loved to see a heel Dark Order. I think that would be really fun. Sure, it's going to be hard to put them as heels after the goofy shit that we've seen them do in the past, but a heel Dark Order could be what AEW needs.
I don't know if they need it. Maybe a little garnish. Maybe a little... Because we already have a lot of fucking heel trios. If you really think about it, like, you got the House of Black, you got the Varsity Athletes, you got fucking Ethan Page and the Ass Boys. You got, well, presumably the Dark Order. You have presumably what's going to become of Jay White, Juice, and whoever they get, because that's coming.
I thought we were going to get that tonight.
Who else you got? Blackpool Combat Club.
True. All right, but
Lost Faction on Ingobernable.
After this, I didn't write anything down.
Okay.
What was after
Next,
this?
next up we had the Juice and Jay White promo, and this pointed out something to me
Put your
that
arm around me, Tony.
well
That was
before we get
great.
into it, this is taking too fucking long. Jay White should have had a microphone in his hand the week after he debuted. That guy should be with a microphone in his hand as much as Orange Cassidy has opening matches, because that's Jay White. Jay White, he's unbelievable in the ring, but he's even more unbelievable in the microphone. And I mean, it's Christ.
Oh, the JLEX podcast posed a question to us: Is Roman Reigns on the Mount Rushmore of wrestling, given his 1,000-day reign as champ?
No.
If
No.
yes, who do we remove?
Oh, listen, I love Roman a lot. I think Roman is fantastic. I think this 1,000-day reign has been fantastic. Let me tell you something, though. Is there a Roman Reigns match that I want to go back and watch, that I'm dying to go back and watch? There isn't. And that's been my biggest complaint about his reign, because just going off topic here, that's been my biggest complaint, because a lot of his matches are more angles than actual like barn burner matches. I think the best match he had was the one with Cody at WrestleMania, which wasn't a fan of the finish, not the outcome, but the finish itself, with Solo and the end, and the one with Rollins at the Royal Rumble, which ended in, I believe it was a DQ, and that wasn't really that great either, that finish. But there isn't a match. I don't really value Roman's title reign in terms of in ring. I value it more of a segment, a angle, a more of a storyline based story than in ring. But because I attribute it to Okada's mostly, because Okada had basically he had a 700-day reign. It was very similar to Roman's, where the guy wasn't being beaten, but he was constantly having some of the greatest matches you'll ever see, and they were telling their stories inside the ring. So that's why I wouldn't put Roman up there. I think Roman's fantastic, but there's a lot of guys on the WWE roster that I really would put above Roman in the in-ring category. I don't think Roman would be top 10 in-ring in WWE. You have guys like Walter. You have guys like AJ Styles and Rollins and Carmelo Hayes, Dragon Lee, fucking Ricochet, and I mean, Chad Gable is even a guy that is vastly underrated. What happened now? But that's
John
just my 2 cents on
Cena
Roman.
and Jackie Chan are gonna star in an action comedy together.
Oh yeah, I saw that. Yeah, that's funny.
What the fuck?
Oh shit!
What?
So AEW Kenta just responded to the CM Punk thing. I'm free on June 17th.
Oh boy.
Forbidden Door. Let's do it. Kenta versus fucking Punk.
Oh boy.
GTS versus GTS. Who gets the right to use it?
That's bullshit. Fucking Kenta did it first. You fucking asshole. Punk.
That's and we will get to Punk stuff when we get to Punk, but Jay White is just amazing on the microphone. They eventually do. I just love the put your arm around me, Tony.
What day is Forbidden Door again?
June 20 something.
29th. Hold on, let me stop right here.
Is it the 24th?
Got it right here. Events.
Do you think reigns like this nowadays is healthy for the business? Meaning, do you think it does not allow other younger talent to have a chance to hold / fight for the title? Tit for tat on that one.
What like Romans?
Yeah, the question was, do you think reigns like this nowadays is healthy for the business?
Yeah. Roman, listen.
Meaning, hold on. Meaning, do you think it does not allow other younger talent to have a chance to hold / fight for the title?
No, not at all. It depends on how it's booked. Because
that was going to be my response.
Well, first of all, Roman's in this reign, right? WWE's making more money than they ever have. In just looking at metrics, Roman is the highest drawing champion ever. Highest drawing champion. But when it comes to younger talent having a chance to hold and fight for the title, listen, everybody who's in the ring with Roman, you could argue about how they're presented as opponents and what he does to them and how they fare after. But during the feud and during the match, they're elevated just because they're in the ring with him. And fighting for the title, I mean, it depends on how they're built. Like Cody and Sami Zayn, that was perfection, how they were built up to fight Roman.
Oh yeah.
But holding the title is a different thing. I mean, whoever takes the belt off Roman is going to be the next guy. And whoever that is, he's going to be the next guy. He beat fucking Roman Reigns.
It's probably going to be Cody.
A thousand day title reign. But I do think it's healthy because look what happened with Okada. I go back to this as the most similar example. Okada held that belt for 700 days, and who took it off him? Kenny Omega. And look what happened to Kenny Omega. New Japan boomed like never before. So many people flocked to New Japan to go see Omega, and when he finally beat Okada, business was never hotter and never bigger in New Japan.
Like I said, I die on my sword. If it wasn't for the buzz around Omega and Okada at Wrestle Kingdom 12 or 11, whichever one that was. 11, I would have never broadened my horizon outside of WWE.
Mm-hmm.
That match, because it got so much buzz. Like, that's when I first heard of Dave Meltzer. I didn't know who the fuck this dude was until that match.
I liked wrestling for years, but I didn't love it until I saw that match. And I found New Japan.
I gotta go back and find those matches.
You have my New Japan World subscription.
I know, but I don't have
You've
time.
never seen Okada Omega?
I think I've only seen one of them.
Oh, Jesus. You gotta watch all 4.
Back to back to back to back.
Lord have mercy.
No, I need to spread it out over 4 days. I need time to process and digest and move forward.
But
also, I just feel like this is funny enough to bring up.
No.
So Chris Van Vliet puts, like, he posted something on YouTube through his Clips channel about Collision and, like, basically, like, the Punk Collision poster, and somebody with the stupid comment that made me laugh my ass off. How will this affect LeBron's legacy?
I'd say that shit fucking every day.
Anyway,
Pingu shot dead. Pingu dead after shootout between rival cartel.
Don't worry. I saw earlier that fucking Larry the Lobster was found dead in Philadelphia.
Yeah, Philadelphia Alley, and Dinkelberg, he was shot dead in a Jacksonville 7-Eleven. So Tony, I don't know what the fuck got going on there in Jacksonville, but people are getting shot dead.
So
not Dinkelberg.
Tom, to answer your question, we don't do live reactions for the podcast.
We do live stream after
for the pay-per-views. We just do our reviews later. Me and Mike might try to hook on to a podcast that reached out to us on Sunday. But if push comes to shove, if they don't hit us back, we'll just, if Mike's down for it, I'm down to do a watch along on our end.
I'd be down.
But before we get into the Juice and Jay promo, I forgot to mention, fucking after the match, for the opening match, Moxley after that started doing a fucking handstand in the corner. I was like, what the fuck is he doing?
And you also,
Mox is the best.
Tom says, yeah, but Mike has a watching schedule, and have him break it down. It's complex. Yeah, okay, I get that.
Oh, by the way, Tom, I'm still on season 2 of all 3 of those shows. Moving on.
Next up, we had the Juice and Jay promo. So
Okay.
Jay White and Juice come down.
That's an inside joke.
I mean, the best way I could put this here is that they fucking held Tony Schiavone at gunpoint.
That was fantastic.
Put your arm around me, Tony.
Put your arm around me, Tony. So they had Juice and Jay were fucking holding Tony Schiavone hostage. He was very scared, this guy Tony, and then Taz was cracking up on commentary. But yeah, so they were talking about how Ricky has no friends. What the fuck is FTR doing?
FTR comes out.
So FTR comes out. I love the new Bullet Club shirt. I will be getting that.
the Bullet Club Gold shirt. But
maybe that might be the shirt I asked Mike to get me. Who knows?
Speaking of a new Bullet Club shirt, there was a new Blackpool Combat Club shirt.
Yes, there is.
Death Jitsu. I actually kind of want to get that.
Oh yeah, and that's like a thing now, like Death Jitsu. That Brian was explaining it on commentary, being like technical wrestling with a violent edge. So
I also I love how they have a Be Real shirt.
Yeah, that fucking I can't buy that because I use Be Real every day, and people are gonna think that's fucking. I got a fucking shirt for an app, but I mean I can't do that. I don't think they know what Be Real is.
I think someone knows, but no one's gonna tell them.
I don't think anyone should.
It's funnier that way.
But every time I did a Be Real with fucking Brian with that shirt on. I'm like, holy shit, Be Real, Be Real. Yup.
I looked like fat Ned Flanders in my Be Real today.
That happens.
Stupid Flanders.
Like just hold on, can it focus? Yeah, just look at that.
Yep.
Like.
Oh, I see it.
Yeah, my ass was at work. So.
Just I am working on. I might be working at Splish Splash. I might be working at Walmart, whichever one calls me first.
Ooh. If you work in a Splish Splash, guy, can you get that hookup?
I'll see what I can do.
I stopped going there years ago.
That's
Couldn't
fair.
do it anymore.
I haven't been there in like 13 years. I want to go back so
Jesus
badly.
fucking Christ, 13 years.
Yeah, I haven't been there since like fucking
2015.
Anyway, yeah. So put your arm around me, Tony.
But yeah, so FTR comes down and they're like, oh, so why are you helping out Ricky? Oh, I get it. You want to join Bullet Club Gold.
Oh. It actually got a pretty big pop.
So you want to join Bullet Club Gold, boys?
The Bang Bang Gang.
His Kiwi accent, and he wants to be a top shelf gunslinger like the rest of us. But yeah, so they're about to give the mic to FTR, and right, they're talking shit. Dax drops the mic, and fucking
Jay drops the mic.
I'm glad he brought this to AEW. But as they're talking shit, Juice just cold cocks fucking he gives the left hand of God, which is what that move is called, the left hand of God, to Dax Harwood, but it was loaded, it was filled with quarters. He actually did this a month ago at the New Japan Philly show. He did this to Fred Rosser after he was talking shit on Tony Storm, and he fucking nailed Fred Rosser in the back of the ear with the quarters, and Fred Rosser was bleeding all over the place. He needed stitches. And I'm glad he brought it.
Dax didn't get fucked up.
It's a great visual because he's fucking smashing him and his fucking quarters flying all over the place. So
it took me a second to realize, like, what the hell did he just hit him with?
Yeah, he hit him with a roll of quarters because he's a fucking scumbag. This guy, Ricky. Oh yeah, so they beat the shit out of FTR. Ricky comes out with a chair, chase him off, and Ricky gets on the mic and says, "You know what? Fuck this. I'm gonna next week, no Juice, no FTR. It's just me and you, Jay. We're gonna settle this shit, and
sign me up.
And we're gonna settle this. I think he said you fucking. He said something, you stupid bitch, something like that.
and then just like Ricky. This fucking guy, man.
He's so good.
So yeah, so we have that confirmed. We'll get to that later. But yeah, great stuff. And they need to have Jay White have in-ring promos more because he is the best.
Can we get Tony Schiavone in the ring with him every week?
Hopefully.
I'm Tony Pachara.
But so after this, we then led into
a big announcement.
Yeah, Tony Khan's big announcement, which got 50-50 reactions. Holy shit.
Tony Khan, it was only a matter of time. We all knew this was going to go down. But Tony's like, hey, everybody, I got an announcement. We had fucking collision.
CM Punk.
But it was very blunt. And he goes, on the first episode of Collision in the United Center in Chicago, we will feature CM Punk. Thank you. And then it was off. So yeah, and then never in my life have I heard more of a 50-50 reaction. Half the crowd was cheering,
and popped when they heard the name CM Punk, and half the crowd booed the shit out of him. This is a fucking 50-50 reaction here, and this is gonna be a fucking fan-based civil war.
Dude, this is what they should do. Have him face the first night, because he's coming back in Chicago, and then just turn him full on heel.
It's possible.
See, he's gonna be so for his first feud. We all know what that's gonna be. And I mean, it's already been kind of alluded to by him in an interview earlier this week. But Samoa Joe is most likely going to be the first opponent. And Joe did an interview earlier this week, and he goes, "I know where I'll be June 17th. If anybody wants to come fucking see if they're the big man, come in over here and come fucking check me." So basically Joe said, "Hey, come, Punk, get your fucking ass over here." So what this is gonna be Joe versus Punk, and I think a lot of people are gonna be gravitating towards Joe in that feud for the people who don't or disenfranchised with Punk.
Yeah.
Very excited for that because listen, they have a storied history. I would have Joe beat Punk because Punk has never beaten Joe in his career. In Ring of Honor, they have a storied history. So very excited for this one.
Oh, don't like Punk and Samoa Joe is happening, and I can't wait for that. But
and let me tell you something though. This is I'm not gonna spend too much time on Punk here, but listen, I'm excited that he's returning for the potential feuds. And
they might work.
But
yes.
But listen, I will never take away his skill in the ring or his promo ability because you can't take it away from him. It's second to none. However, I'm gonna be on edge. Am I happy with the guy? No. If the guy would have never came back, would I have thought differently?
No.
Or if the guy never came back, would I really would have cared all that much? No, not really.
It's like I've said this.
He's on extremely thin ice.
Like
I've the fan base and the company.
I've said this to no end. I like CM Punk the wrestler. Phil Brooks the person is a cancer. He has too much of an ego on him. This was discussed at length for a stupid amount of time in
multiple streams.
Well, this also was debated today in the sports hit list.
I should have got an invoice.
Oh, it was? Oh.
I should have got a fucking invoice for the amount of time.
Yeah, when from Brawl Out to like what? Fucking.
Ow.
Well, like August.
Yeah, basically.
No, not August. Fucking like
8 months.
February.
8 months of this shit.
It was nonstop. I had to resubscribe to Fightful just to stay up to date on this stuff. I didn't want to, but I had to for the greater good of this fucking company here.
Yeah. By the way, you said, Mike, you said that you're probably gonna buy Zach a T-shirt. If you could buy me the $2,800 New Japan IWGP Heavyweight Title replica, be very
Christian,
read
him and weep.
Dude, this is my favorite title of all time. $2,800. Come on, dude.
Yeah, versus what, like a $30 T-shirt.
Yeah. $2,800. Listen, it's the V4 belt, bro. It's the greatest belt ever made.
It's a $30 T-shirt versus a thing that's
Freedom and mother.
But so
a
guy in chat.
Nina Shirakawa fucking poster. Holy shit. Sorry.
But so the guy in the comments says the correct opinion when it comes to Punk.
That's Gary.
That's Gary. Okay, I didn't know that. All right, I don't know people. I don't know names.
Russin.
Although I bet being in the actual circle, he's a great guy. Yeah, being inside, being in Punk's friend circle, he's probably an amazing person. But like I said, like Phil Brooks, as we have seen him from many interviews, many like fan interaction stories, he's a dickhead. And then
he just needs to get his ego in check. That's all he has to do.
Like,
hell, not hard. He needs to be humble.
You are a piece of you are a piece of shit when Eric Bischoff of all people says you are worse than Hogan.
Well,
okay. I don't buy that for a second. I mean, we're talking about Eric fucking Bischoff here.
But in ego
Bischoff,
forms.
Well, here's the thing. Bischoff don't even know CM Punk. When has CM Punk worked with Bischoff for an extended period of time? Not that long. So, and this is a guy who fucking worked with Hogan.
Yeah, no, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm not.
Bischoff is one of those people you have to take everything they say with a grain of salt. Like, literally everything.
I digress.
So.
But, so, that was Tony's big announcement for Collision.
But Gary, like, who's going to hold the belt, though? If Christian's going to put this thing on hostage, I'm out.
No one's holding that belt. That shit's going on my wall and it's never coming down.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm out.
Fuck you.
It's like this staying here. I spent $200 on this thing.
Getting that shit. The fuck?
I spent $200 on this fucking thing.
Oh my god, that's funny.
It has never left my house.
Oh, what a mercy!
Is that
a V4 IWGP
this
heavyweight
is the
title?
belt,
This guy's
Mike.
is going to be in his hands and not
This
anywhere
is the
off
prediction
my wall.
belt.
Yeah, I've only been, the rightful owner of that for 6 months.
What the fuck?
Nightbot got Gary, bro. No cap.
What the fuck happened?
He put caps and Nightbot fucking did the job.
God damn it, Nightbot! I hate you. I hate you. I hate you. Not. I need to fix Nightbot now. Talk amongst yourselves. I fix Nightbot. Fucking.
If I can have a jersey wall, Christian can have a belt wall.
Damn right. See? Swear to God, I'm gonna get that one.
There are a few belts I would like to get though. It's just those things are money.
I ain't even halfway there after graduation money. My graduation money's free.
That stuff is disabled. Is it?
Anyway, while he's doing that,
I hate everything.
After the punk stuff,
we had Trent versus Big Bill versus Swerve.
Swerve, which I'm glad they're doing more. Listen, we don't get enough singles triple threats in AEW as is. And I really enjoy these because it gets more guys, and I really enjoy triple threats just regularly.
Yeah, this was a very good match.
This was like it's like you hit random on AEW Fight Forever. But this was a great match. You had Big Bill there with the big guy as a big guy, how they work around. You have Trent there, and you have Swerve, Swerve was the clear winner here, obviously beforehand. I didn't really see anybody else but Swerve winning this match. Yeah. But yes, this was a great match, hard hitting. They worked well together. Big Bill. I just very much enjoy watching Big Bill after what he went through and how great he is as one of the biggest men in wrestling. The guy's mobile. The guy is athletic. The guy can do a lot more than what regular big guys in wrestling could do. So I'm he's great. He looks great. But yeah. Obviously looks good as ever. But yeah, Swerve is great. And Swerve hit the Swerve stomp to Big Bill on the apron, and then crucifix roll up to Trent, and Swerve took the victory here. And great stuff here.
I decided to do something smart. I made Gary a mod. That way we could.
Oh, there it is.
Nice.
That way we could use.
I should log into my account. And you can make me a mod?
I'll think about it.
Wow.
I've only been a co-host on this show for how many months now?
Almost a year.
Yeah, be your own people.
Wow.
Be your own.
Just for that, hey Zach.
I know. I know.
Oh shit! MJF just passed Chris Jericho in title reign.
Oh my god.
So Jericho's at 182 now. MJF's at 184.
Nice.
I am happy to say though, but that MJF has passed CM Punk's fucking.
Okay, so the thing is,
3 days.
Gary did not use any form of spam.
No, he didn't.
Well, Nightbot's racist. Let's go.
Nightbot's a piece of shit, man.
He's a heel.
You know what? I'm gonna give Nightbot a timer for 300 seconds.
Time him out. Fucking asshole.
Fuck you, Nightbot.
We
Piece
got
of
you,
fucking
Gary.
shit. I need to figure
We
out how
got
to
you,
fucking like edit Nightbot. I don't know how to edit like the YouTube version. I know how to edit the Twitch version, but
Anyway, after this we had the Acclaimed and Daddy Ass come out on the stage.
Oh wait, we had a Statlander vignette, basically just
yeah.
recapping. Oh,
Yeah.
dude. Oh, I forgot to mention this earlier. Dude, her Road to this week was excellent.
This was a snippet from Road 2. They did about 15 minutes on Statlander on Road 2, and it was great. It's a great watch. And it was very insightful to actually what she went through. And I really enjoyed her perspective on being injury prone, because she's not. And a lot of people say that for a lot of people who have gone through injuries in a short time span, but she just wants to break the stigma that people are saying that she's injury prone and that she's better, she's bigger, she's stronger, she's better than ever, and she wants to have the greatest title reign that the women have ever seen in the company. So very cool to see that from Statlander, and very, very good Road 2. I would go back and watch it.
Yes, 100%. Very good.
Daddy Ass and the Acclaimed out here getting interviewed by Renee. And they basically just said they want to put gold around Billy Gunn's waist before all is said and done. And because the man deserves it. So this looks like the match at Double or Nothing with the House of Black was just the start of this feud, which I'm fine with. Because House of Black really hasn't had a trios feud yet. So we have so it's probably we're gonna get and in their match earlier, I mean, they worked Bowens for so long that match, and it was obviously we're holding back and not giving away a lot because they were probably going to work together again. But that's what they're going to do. They're going to go after the trios belt. Do I think they should win? No. Could I see them winning? Yes. But I don't think it would be on the first go around. But yeah, it was just a quick little promo here. They're going to go after the House of Black.
You guys think they drag the series out until All Out? That way, like 1, 2, 3 pay-per-view matches, and then they switch the belts at Full Gear.
Not sure.
Not Full Gear. All Out.
All In, maybe. Wembley. They win the Wembley.
Maybe.
You do that.
I'm very interested to see what that card's gonna look like, but let's get through Forbidden Door first.
Yeah. And I'm already interested in what Forbidden Door is going to look like because that's one of the ones I can't predict, really. Even like the top matches, I can't predict. The only one that I'm really dead set on that I think is going to happen is Tanahashi and MJF.
Oh, I'll take it. I will take it. Also, shout out to the guy in the front row wearing a Vegas Golden Knights jersey. Good man. Oh, next we had the crowd segment of the night.
Oh my
we had Tony Schiavone in the ring.
Hell.
Speaking of Don Callis,
I think Schiavone was a little teed off, about his next guest.
So my next guest, I'm gonna come here. Don Callis.
I love Schiavone.
I love his fucking his Tron.
Yeah, that's fan art too.
That's just so fucking good.
So there's a woman who her name is Mel Coleman. She's on Twitter. She makes AEW art all the time, and she made
Didn't she make the one of Kenny and Don shirtless?
I think so. Yeah.
That one still haunts my nightmares.
Oh, that is a top 10 all-time picture. Right there.
So yeah,
all-time painting.
Made that art. But yeah, he comes out with Takeshita. He's fucking getting booed.
So loud you could barely hear him.
Yes.
Yeah, so this
crowd, they understood the assignment.
Right, if you guys watch WWE, he got the Dominic Mysterio treatment in this segment.
Tenfold.
This was a Dominic Mysterio type reaction where they don't want to let this guy talk, so they just keep booing louder and louder and louder and louder and louder every time he puts the mic up to his face. And listen, this I couldn't even focus on half of this promo because this fucking guy was getting booed out of the building.
It was so good.
This was fantastic. He has the most heat in the entire company. He's got more heat than MJF. Like MJF is fun to boo and like you'll laugh at shit he says and oh shit. but people fucking, they were flipping him off. They were going, "You fucking son of a bitch!" You.
There was a
people
guy who
Hey,
was
Don
like,
Callis.
who was just
Yeah.
screaming at him. And
Yeah.
this
Don
was.
Callis, these people were reading him the riot act.
So what? Like this is like equivalent to Roman Reigns post Taker Mania heat.
Well, listen, that motherfucker didn't even speak. He said one word. This was Dominic here.
He said a string of words, and he said, "This is my yard now," and fucking left the ring.
Yeah. So he got the Dominic Mysterio type deal here, where he couldn't fucking. He was trying to speak, but they kept booing and booing and booing. They didn't stop. Every time they got louder. Every time he went through sentence to sentence.
I guess if they weren't pressed for time, he really should have played into it more.
Yeah. I mean, Dominic usually does it on a 3-hour fucking television show, so he doesn't really have to worry about that.
Because you could definitely tell they were pressed for time on where the rest of the show went after this.
Yeah, but Don, he was basically saying that, listen, look at this. Every day I wake up in the morning and I look in the mirror and I see this, and I blame Kenny Omega. And he goes, I might have lost a nephew, but I gained a son. And he looked at Takeshi, and even in I forgot where he said it. I think it was the Road to that. Actually, no, it was on Busted Open today. I didn't know Takeshi was a decathlete, where he was being looked at for the Olympics in 10 different events.
Jesus,
insane. So yeah, there was that, and he goes, listen, because back during Impact, when Kenny was doing like the Impact run, he would Callis would go, Kenny, he's better than Gotch, Gagne, Bockwinkel, Hogan, Flair. He was just saying he was better than all these legends and stalwarts of the
and then
past.
you got when he says it to Takeshita,
he
goes,
did it with all the Japanese legend. He said Onita, Inoki, I believe he said Hashimoto, Choshu. He was and then he said, and then the last name he says, oh yeah, and even Okada. So
I thought he was to say Ibushi. I thought he was to say Ibushi right there, but like, oh.
See, let me tell you this right here too. Now we already have the Ibushi tease. Now this is the Okada tease, because now Kazuchika Okada's name is involved. This, I swear to God, it's gonna end up being Okada's gonna get involved in this some way. I mean, he already is to an extent, but he said Okada's name. He said he's better than him, and even Ibushi actually too. Ibushi did an interview earlier this week, and he goes, "Listen,
he's a fucking carbon copy of me.
I never liked Takeshita. He was a copy of me. He was. I mean, he's got no respect. I don't like him. So it's already beginning. It's very exciting.
Guys, I laid out this entire plan like a month ago.
Mm-hmm.
To be honest, we all did. We all put pieces together.
I put a lot of the pieces together. I'm giving myself credit here. I'm putting myself over here.
Fair.
But let me tell you something though. Takeshi got on the mic. He starts speaking Japanese, and he goes, "We will destroy the elite, and we will destroy Kenny Omega." Listen, I'll tell you right now, we're going to get Kenny Omega versus Konosuke Takeshita, and I have a feeling it's probably going to happen at All In. Can you imagine that fucking match with fucking 70,000 plus? Give these guys fucking
more, actually. Remember that they open up more floor seats.
Yeah.
Listen to me. Give these guys 45 minutes, and you might get one of the greatest matches ever. Ever.
Now, okay.
We could get Okada Omega reincarnated through here.
My question is, do we... Okay, so do we have a finish, or do we have them go to distance?
Finish.
Okay.
Yeah.
Actually,
Because if you think about it, going the distance,
because it doesn't. It would probably depend on the card.
Actually, yeah, it would depend on the card and what it's streaming on. But I will say this: there's a listen. I don't know who I'd have win that match. I was gonna say Takeshita, but I think if they want to recreate the magic of Okada Omega, you would have to have Omega win. And
dusty finish.
No, not even. Clean as a whistle.
Okay.
And then you do a second match, go to the distance. Third match, Takeshita wins. Then you do the fucking fourth match that culminates everything, and Takeshita wins. And Kenny passes the torch to Takeshita.
Okay.
Just how Okada did to him, kinda.
Okay.
I could see that happening, but they don't have to copy fucking Okada Omega. They could do it differently.
Gary
but
brings
if they
up a
want to go
good
that
point.
route,
Have a last second finish, go to the pin when the clock's going down.
I love to see an Iron Man match. I mean, listen, this might be my favorite match of all time, and it didn't have a definitive winner. The greatest match I've ever seen probably didn't have a definitive winner, and that was Okada Omega 2. And when they went down a time limit, and Cody ran down, he was gonna fucking throw the towel in, and the Bucks and the rest of the Bullet Club came down to stop him. I mean, Kenny looked like he was fucking dead. Okada, I mean, both guys looked like they were about to fucking die in there. Don was on commentary for that match with Kevin Kelly, one of the greatest calls I've ever heard. But listen, if you haven't seen that match, go watch it. It's insane, and it's basically what Danielson Omega was like. Well, a lot of people were pissed off about not having a winner.
I was not.
But yeah, me neither. But it's like
neither was I.
It's perfect. It's perfect. It's a perfect match of doing a non-winner and a non-finish with a time limit draw.
Exactly, because you weren't beating either guy in that circumstance, so I don't understand why people were upset about that.
I love some of my favorite matches are time limit draws. A lot of them are a lot of my favorite matches are time limit draws. Not because I just don't want to see both guys lose, just because the drama. I'll never forget Hangman Bryan. The fucking clock's going down.
So good.
Fucking pin him, and that was great that was a great time because no one knew that shit was going 60 minutes. We're 40 minutes into this match, and we're like, what the fuck is going on? It's like, this thing's going fucking the distance.
Or hell, even though like this wasn't a draw, something that almost went 60 minutes, Bucks versus Hangman and Kenny. Imagine if that went the distance.
Oh.
Forget it. Listen,
that would have been picture perfect.
Yeah, and it's not like I'm trying to wish like for
if we get a reincarnation of that match, I can die happy.
Yeah, it's like if I don't want to ask of 60-minute time limit draws from a lot of people because here's the thing,
it takes a lot.
It takes a lot. Look at the shape of MJF and Danielson after the 70-minute fucking war they had at Revolution. Those guys were fucked up. It's not easy, and not a lot of people can do it. So I don't ask a lot, and it's like I don't need to see that every now and then because it's fucking. I don't need to see a guy do that fucking monthly. I don't need to see it because I don't want these guys killing themselves in there.
Yeah.
But if it happens, it happens, and when it does, it's pretty fucking magical. So, yeah.
Yeah, so after Don Callis was done getting...
molested.
Yeah, that's a perfect way to put it. We had a quick Wardlow vignette, and then we had the Gates of Agony versus Darby and Orange Cassidy.
Darby got ragdolled.
Oh, yeah.
This son of a bitch. Konosuke Takeshita, you fuck.
What happened?
I saw a tweet of him holding some Cinnabon.
Isn't he banned from Cinnabon, though? Like, someone put up a sign at Cinnabon.
Do not serve this man. So does that mean Cinnabon has turned heel as well?
Probably.
Oh.
Let me go figure this out. Let me go to the at Cinnabon. I've been to Cinnabon once. I gotta go back. I gotta cheat a little bit.
Yeah, that's sugary deliciousness.
Yeah, I've been there once. I thought I was gonna fucking die of a fucking cholesterol attack, but
yeah, that sounds about right.
But yeah,
dude, I get amazed every single time.
They're real quiet about this Takeshita deal right now.
Oh, of course they are.
Tons of bitches.
Of course they are.
How dare you, Cinnabon? You know what, Cinnabon? Hey, I'm gonna go to sit up on. I'm gonna take a picture. Hey, read it a week, motherfucker. Yeah, you're gonna do my boy the elite. I'm gonna do my boy the elite like that. You're gonna side with Takeshita? What the fuck's the matter with you?
And he hands me redemption arc. Jesus Christ, I love me some Annie Ans, man.
Yeah, I need to go to the mall and fast because that's just fucking dude.
Yeah, Smith Haven Mall is dying.
Oh my goodness.
Before
we get into this match, I just have to say I get amazed every time Darby goes for a dive through the bottom 2 ropes. Jesus Christ! It's like he shoots himself out one day.
He's gonna pull an Enzo on himself one day.
About Darby Allin, I heard a great funny ass thing earlier, about how he's actually going to be writing his will next month, because when he goes and climbs Mount Everest, if he dies, he just knows who's going to get his house and who's going to get his dog. So, I don't know how he has, I don't know. Well, he already gave him one of his dogs. I heard one of his dogs.
Yeah, but she's probably gonna get his house and everything. I feel like they're still very close friends.
Yeah, dating him.
Yeah, but they're still very close friends. That too.
I wouldn't do that for your ex-girlfriend. Fuck that.
Give it to Sting.
Ex-girlfriend, ex-wife.
Ex-fiance. Ex-fiance.
They were married.
They got married.
Okay.
Yeah, they're married. But yeah. Listen. This was a great match. I hope to see the Gates of Agony more because I really like them as a tag team. I remember seeing them in Dark both, and I'm like, these guys have a future. They immediately, out of all the jobbers on that show, like immediately stuck out to me as like these guys could have something, and they actually did do something with it.
Yeah, I remember when Khan made his AEW debut against Adam Cole. That match was very well received.
Yeah. And Leona, he had a match on Dark with QT Marshall, and I'm like, this guy, he won.
Hey, QT Marshall.
Marshall put some motherfucking respect on QT's name.
Thank you for taking advantage of that, Zach.
Fuck Harvey. But yeah, anyway, listen, this was a great match. Orange, I mean, it's kind of weird because it's kind of random when Orange and Darby team up. But on Darby's entrance, I just want to point this out. He had 4 pillars of light on his entrance, which was new, and he came out of the 3rd one. So it's like he had 4 pillars right there, and I guess that's going to be part of his entrance. We haven't seen any of the pillars in a match yet for their entrances. Like we saw Jungle Boy later, but not for a match. But yeah, he came out with 4 pillars of light. I'm like, I wonder if that'd be pretty cool to have like all of them have that on their entrance. But like yeah, so Darby and Jungle Boy, they have insane tag chemistry. When they are ever not doing anything, just have them tag because they are fucking great together. Like they bounce off each other. Even the finish.
Wait, you mean Darby and Orange Cassidy?
I said Darby and Orange Cassidy.
No, you said Darby and Jungle Boy.
Oh, I'm fucking up. Yeah, so Darby and Jungle.
I didn't even catch that. I'm so fucking out of it.
Darby and Orange Cassidy, they were great. I mean, listen, I love Darby's matches when he's getting thrown around like a sack of shit by Toa Leona. I mean, there was a spot where Darby went for a coffin splash and Leona just fucking pounced this guy. I don't know how this guy didn't break his shoulder.
How he didn't break his shoulder? How did he not get decapitated?
Yeah, I mean, this was insane.
Or even like a freaking slingshot from the barricade to the ring apron.
Yeah, I mean,
the barricade to the ring apron.
Body.
And then throws him into the barricade.
These are the perfect opponents for him in Orange because they're 2 smaller guys. Midway into the match, Prince Nana, Brian Cage, and Swerve came out to come watch the match. But the finish was Darby hit his great fucking his great tope. Orange hit I believe is the Orange Punch or the Beach Break or something like that, and got the pin. It was a great match, and Darby and Orange Cassidy, they just work so well together. It is insane how great they are as a team. It wasn't that. It wasn't Orange Punch. What am I talking about? It was Darby. He hit a cough and dropped a Khan, and pinned him for the victory. After the match, the Mogul Embassy came down. Swerve, Nana, and Cage.
What happened to Trench and Parker?
They watched Parker have that match on Rampage and said, fuck this. And Trench was just a casualty.
Yeah, then.
I mean, they obviously weren't progressing, and Keith Lee. I mean, they had the thing like Keith Lee took him out, and that was it. So that was really it.
Okay.
And listen, it was an upgrade. I like the Embassy a lot more than I like them. So
Yes,
That's
but,
fair. Yeah, but
so,
Trench was such a good name.
yeah, but I guess he wasn't good. I mean, he didn't have a match on AEW, but he was being trained by Jay Lethal, so I guess he's not
Well,
done cooking yet.
whoa!
But yeah, we had but so before they were able to attack Darby and Orange, we had the return of Sting, and Sting came down with a baseball bat, scared them off,
and came down
that
with
was
baseball bat.
so looking like we're probably gonna get a Darby and Sting versus like Brian Cage and Swerve match. But before that, it was already announced, but we're getting next week for the international title, Swerve Strickland versus Keith Lee.
Let's go.
Keith Lee versus Orange Cassidy. Jesus Christ! Can you imagine if fucking Orange Cassidy looked like Keith Lee? They really look alike. They look very much alike. But yeah, we're gonna have Orange Cassidy versus Swerve Strickland, and I think time's running out. I think time runs out for Orange.
I agree. I think Swerve is the one to take it off him.
Yep.
I wouldn't be mad.
I think this is a great time to take off him. I think Swerve is the perfect guy to take that title off of Darby. They have history together, and if this I want to emphasize too, Darby could be avenged, and I'm not saying he has to win the title, but he could be avenged in some way, because if Swerve wins this title, these are two Seattle guys. Who's going to be graduating high school next month and turning 18 in July? Nick Wayne.
Oh,
and
boy.
Nick Wayne, it's already been confirmed that Swerve's first match, Nick Wayne's first match in AEW will be with Swerve Strickland. So, if Swerve is the international champion, you could have Nick Wayne's first match in the company be an international title open challenge against Swerve. That could be a very well thing they could do, but I'm very excited. I think Swerve takes it, and they could even, they could even do the feud with Keith Lee and Swerve and have that be for the international title as well.
It's gonna be awesome.
Okay, but do they beat him next week, or do they wait until the first Collision?
They could beat him. They could beat him next week, or they don't have. They don't have to. There's other contenders that.
I'm just trying to think, because then what the hell do you do with Miro?
Well, Miro doesn't. That's the thing about Miro. Miro does not need that belt yet. You don't need it. You could do anything you want with Miro.
He still needs to go home to his wife. And we'll keep
Super
saying
Mario
this.
Brothers movie has surpassed Frozen and became the second highest grossing animated film of all time. Hey, Frozen.
Okay.
Let this go, bitch. Fuck you.
Okay.
What happened? What happened?
Mario just grossed.
I also have not been looking at chat.
Contributed to that.
So did I 3 times.
My man.
I will be buying stuff later.
Oh.
Okay, so after
this, we had a quick little MJF vignette saying like he's starting to get bored. There's no competition in this place. I'm getting bored here. So we're not really clear who his next challenger is going to be. And that's something I do want to iterate too, because a lot of people were predicting it was going to be Adam Cole or Hangman or
not anymore.
And both those issues are not finished with their respective people they're feuding with. So whoever it is, I have no clue who's going to be next for MJF going into All Out. And
I have a feeling he's wrestling at Forbidden Door.
He will be wrestling at Forbidden Door, and
yeah.
And I forgot to say this last week, but obviously we're now into the build for Forbidden Door. But you were never going to see New Japan guys this week because it's before Dominion. It's all hands on deck. Everyone's going to be at Japan for Dominion. Next week, everybody's done. There's going to be a lot of New Japan talent probably coming over to start doing shows next week. We already have a few on Rampage.
I have a question for you too.
But yeah, so we're probably gonna get our first sign of talent, New Japan talent that is.
What's up?
Next week.
Who do you think MJF's wrestling?
Tanahashi.
Okay, follow up question. Do you want Tanahashi wrestling and losing
Yes.
for the AEW title 2 years in a row?
Listen, the way Tanahashi is right now in his career,
he can keep losing.
He could lose. He loses nothing by losing, even in New Japan. He just lost to Will Ospreay at Resurgence. He lost to he lost to Kenta a while ago. He lost to the Great Okan. Tanahashi loses a lot.
MJF versus Great Okan confirmed. No, I'm just kidding.
He loves the Great Okan.
Imagine, just imagine though, like MJF post on the media scrum post Tanahashi. He'd be like, okay, maybe I underestimated.
Yeah, I will. So here's the thing about Tanahashi, because it's the easiest story imaginable. Tanahashi is the savior of New Japan Pro Wrestling. If there was no Tanahashi, they would have went bankrupt. And there would be no New Japan.
Yeah.
He saved the company. He's Mr. New Japan. He's been a fucking, I don't know how many time IWGP heavyweight champion. He's the face of the company. He's an international celebrity. He's their John Cena. MJF fucking hates New Japan. You have anti New Japan versus Mr. New Japan. The story writes itself. It's fucking right there. It's easy. He's not involved with the Blackpool Combat Club. I mean, he could do whatever he wants. It's perfect. It's easy. It's perfect. Tanahashi has no affiliations really. He's not in a faction in New Japan. I mean, it's right there. And it's somebody, and he could lose to MJF and not be affected by it whatsoever, because Tanahashi, he's past his prime years. He's not gonna be around much longer in a high caliber like main event scene in New Japan. He's gonna revert into being one of the New Japan dads in a couple of years. Time's running out on him. His knees are fucking gone. But yeah, it's clear cut has to be Tanahashi. The only other person I can really think of is Naito, because Naito was like MJF for a long time in New Japan. Basically, fuck New Japan, fuck my own company. I hate it here. He had the international title. He had the Intercontinental title. He was smashing it across the ring steps. He was throwing it. He was throwing it in the ring. He was putting on conveyor belts at the fucking grocery store. The shit was chipped. The shit was falling apart. That's how much. And who had to save that belt? Tanahashi. So I really do think it has to be Tanahashi here for MJF.
All right, well, you sold me.
Yeah, me too.
It's a good matchup for MJF because it's a guy who Tanahashi. It's not like he works like a fucking crazy style.
Yeah,
I mean he works strong style, but he works something that MJF's used to. So, yeah, probably Tanahashi.
All right, so after the MJF vignette, we had Tony Schiavone back in the ring, interrupted by Hook.
The cold-hearted, handsome devil Hook.
Diablo Wapo.
Bro, when Hook's music hit, I was just like, is Schiavone about to die?
Yeah, well.
Fuck yeah, he should have attacked him. That should have been funny. Yeah. Fucking, what's it called? I was going to say. Oh my god.
Oh boy, what now?
Nothing. It's one of my fucking things that I document. I don't know if you know. I don't want to tell you who Christian is, but
oh no.
But he's been spotted in I'm actually a Christorian. I've been a Christorian since 2017.
Oh, that's so fucked.
He's been spotted in public again. This is breaking news.
It was bail, man.
He didn't post bail. Somebody bailed him out.
Well, no, I'm saying he's out post bail. This is his first appearance post release.
Like, do you know who this guy is?
Nope.
Let me just tell you this.
No.
No. He's the most documented person in human history.
More documented than like any U.S. president.
He really likes Sonic the Hedgehog, and he really, really likes his mother. So,
okay.
Just there's.
Let me tell you something, Mike. There's over 60. Actually, no. I think over an 80-hour 60-part documentary on YouTube for you to watch. Actually, no, it's 80-part documentary for you to watch now. So
Christian, how much free time do you think I have?
not much.
Exactly.
Oh, to catch the tweet, he said, "I wonder why super booing makes me unwind."
But God, never in my life have I ever thought Christian was gonna get brought up on this fucking podcast.
I'm cutting it down.
I swear to God,
Gary, I'm sorry, I had no say in this.
Listen, neither did I. God, what I remember the first time I heard about him, I think it was like one of the commentary YouTubers. Don't remember which one.
Samuel's documentary. I've seen every episode because I've been watching it since fucking 2017.
I need to watch it. I also want to read the 4chan thread, read the Reddit thread.
Yeah, you're gonna be fucking here for a long time.
I just typed this guy's name in on YouTube. There's a documentary, a 3-hour and 9-minute documentary.
That's bullshit.
That has 1.7 million views that came out 2 weeks ago.
Let me tell you, you know how documented this guy is, Mike? On his Wikipedia page, there's a document for every single shirt he's ever worn.
Okay, how did we get this off track?
All right, we're gonna go back. We got Hook here. Hook. So Hook was out there, but he was interrupted by Preston Vance, Drillistico, and Jose. And Jose was like, "Listen, we don't get fucking TV time over here." But this schmuck
Shout out my boy Roosh. Oh, so now you're chanting Roosh. Where the hell were you guys before?
Roosh is off TV for being too violent. But yeah, so they come out and they're about to they start attacking Hook, but then here comes Jungle Boy to make the save. So Jungle Hook is reunited, and yeah, my cat's back. Hello, Kelly. So Jungle Hook is a thing again, and I like how they're picking up on Jungle Boy and Roosh because they had a great fucking match before the Pillars match. So this is pretty cool. After this, we had
did your cat just bite you?
Tried to.
Get the fuck off me. Also, we had Chris.
He's also purring really loud.
After this, we had I think it was next. We had
that was loud as hell. Jesus.
We had Nyla Rose versus.
Oh, we had Renee in the back with the Outcasts very quickly.
Just quick thing about Tony Storm has saying, "I'm gonna hold the title for a while." Yeah, but yeah, then we had Nyla Rose versus Chris Statlander for the TBS title.
I enjoyed this match.
Yeah, this was fine. Nothing wrong here. Chris Statlander looked good. Didn't look like she missed a day, to be honest. Yeah.
I'll be honest with you. When she did the high kick that she tore her ACL on last time, I got scared there for a second.
Yeah,
I saw what she was setting up for.
Yeah, that's all. Like, I always get scared every time somebody comes back from injury. I'm like, ugh. So like, yeah. So it's like what happened with Adam Cole. But you just get used to it. But yeah, just good stuff here. Statlander wins with a 450 splash, which I didn't expect. And yeah, just good stuff here. Statlander retains, and yeah, can't wait for this title run she's going to be on.
I think I like to.
It looks like they're doing the open challenge with the TBS title with Statlander now, so that should be pretty cool.
I'd like to. Start. Why was the message restricted? What the? You're a mod. What the?
What happened?
Nah, fucking Nightbot is being
Did he get Gary again?
Yes, it did, and even though Gary's a mod.
I learned... Oh, boy. Yeah, Gary, that was the video I was referencing, the Turkey Tom one. Which is a great username, by the way.
You gotta give props to Statlander, because when she tore her other ACL, she was able to walk to the back. Keep that in mind. Like,
crazy.
That she was able to do that. Well, hell, so did Vince when he tore both his fucking quads. Oh, wow. Hey,
have a good one, Gary.
As of 4 days ago, even though this is a dead channel, well, this is the corpse of a dead channel, we have surpassed 5,000 views on this channel. Even though, like I said, it has the remnants of everything, we have a total of 5,075 views.
Nice.
With 46 subscribers, 58 videos. Like I said, if you want to count everything that I've done in the past in this, yeah, okay, good night. Yeah, we'll catch you later, Gary. If you ever want to hop on to an episode, just let me know, and I'll set everything up.
Yup. Let me know. You got me. You got my number.
Well, you're also in the Discord too.
Oh yeah.
But okay, so
speaking of that, am I ever gonna get a graphic on the feed like you two?
I have to create one, but sure.
It's only been like a year.
Just a shoe. This is Mr. Marathon.
Yeah. It's better than nothing.
I mean, you're right. I'll have to need to.
So, wait. I'm fucking up.
Me too.
So next up, before we get into the main event, ski.
Oh, we had our Rampage lineup.
We had our Rampage lineup, and let me tell you, and I don't know what the fuck kind of line TK did in the back before he booked this fucking show.
Did he do cocaine with meth?
He probably did. I probably did that show, that Walter White shit. But yeah, so the Rampage lineup for this Friday is fucking nuts because they're back in their normal time slot. And here we go. So first match, it's for the AAA Mega Championship between Commander, Jalistico, and El Hijo del Vikingo, that sounds fucking amazing.
Whew.
We have a New Japan Strong Women's Championship defense, Willow Nightingale's first defense against Emi Sakura. We have their New Japan World TV Champion, Zack Sabre Jr. versus Action Andretti. First of all, this guy better be in the back. Hey, Brian, where are you, dickhead? Where are you? I'm the best technical wrestler in the world, Brian.
Hey, you
where are you,
fucking dickhead, Brian?
Hey,
Brian.
And then we have a great Ring of Honor Pure Championship match between Katsuyori Shibata and Lee Moriarty. That is excellent. So that's an excellent line. It's the best Rampage lineup in months. So yeah, very excited for that one. And then we got confirmed next week. We have Juice Robinson and FTR banned from ringside for Jay White versus Ricky Starks. I guarantee you that's probably going to where the next member of Bullet Club Gold is going to appear due to Dominion being over and most likely
due to a technicality.
Yeah, so and it said, listen, hey, they're banned from ringside, and no one's saying whoever it's going to be. It could be El Phantasmo, could be somebody we're not even thinking of. So there's that. We're going to get Swerve and Orange Cassidy. I'm very excited for that. And I think that's all that was announced for Dynamite.
And
yeah.
Don't forget, it is time for mine and yours favorite segment. Thing that I love so much about doing this show, and that is Stokely's Twitter. Bump it a bump it a bump it a bump it a bump. Make sure Stokely's running. I'm going to assume it is. Okay. So I mentioned this before.
YouTube be right back screen, still hilarious.
Oh yeah, I love it. So we had this before. We mentioned it. We got this showing the size difference between Paul White and Stokely. Well, what's your problem?
Show that Stokely's like 6'7".
There's more. I realize that I still have this connected to here. It's oh wow, these tweets are now disabled. Okay. Okay, that's kind of sad. But we have this. So Stokely had tweeted to Eddie Kingston today because Eddie Kingston had his in-game model revamped. Stokely tweeted at Eddie Kingston, yo, I can't wait to make us a tag team champs and fight forever. YouTube custom themes gonna set hours to miss new booty with Booba Spark. With Booba Sparks. No, yeah, Bubba Sparks. That arena gonna be jumping low. I'd rather rip my fucking eyes out. Okay, man. I had posted this in the group chat. I was like, this is how it actually sounds. A simple wrong answer would have done just fine. That's my favorite bit from Billy Madison. You have valued nothing for us. What you have said has made us stupider. A simple wrong answer.
What you just said may be It's like the single most stupidest thing I've ever. Oh, you're at no point during your rambling, incoherent response was there anything that could be considered a rational thought. I award you no points, and may God have mercy on your soul.
That's the propaganda. That's just fine.
What's that from? Billy Madison?
Yep. Fucking love Billy Madison. Billy Madison, Happy Gilmore, Big Daddy are my 3 favorite like 90s
Mr. Deeds.
Oh, and that too. Are my 3 favorite 90s Adam Sandler movies. I can watch Happy Gilmore for like a week straight and I'll still laugh at like, you're gonna die, clown. Oh god, I fucking love Billy Madison. I love Happy Gilmore. Those are like the best Adam Sandler movies ever, and I will die on that hill proudly.
It's time
for the main event.
And we had a mixed tag match in our main event between Adam Cole and Britt Baker versus Saraya and Chris Jericho. And this was pretty good. I mean, I didn't really have a problem with this. I think everything here was fine. Not the best match on the show.
But I don't know about you guys, but I'm kind of over the storyline.
I think there's like 2 more matches left on both of them, and then it's gonna be over.
Yeah, but so we had Jericho and Cole and Saraya and Britt Baker obviously in the ring together.
Yeah.
And I thought the work was good. I liked before they went to picture, Britt hit the ropes and Jericho tripped her. And then they went to picture again. Jericho made it seem like he was doing it. And Adam Cole kept trying to get involved, but Jericho and Saraya kept distracting the referee. It came down to a point where Jericho had Adam Cole in the walls of Jericho, but Britt Baker put the glove on and basically fucking put Jericho in the lockjaw, which is pretty funny. But Saraya saved her. Then after
I just realized this. I just realized this. So when Jericho tripped Britt Baker and Adam Cole basically sprinted towards Jericho, the ref put the work in to stop something going on outside of the ring, but he doesn't stop Britt Baker from doing something to Chris Jericho inside the ring while he has a submission hold going on.
And would you stop Britt Baker?
I just realized that.
But I think that I noticed too. When Britt when Britt gave the super kick to Saraya, she did not slap her leg.
So... no, both of them were bad.
Oh my god! The 2 super kicks Adam Cole hit on Jericho were fucking flush. Like you can see that shit. You see Jericho's jaw fucking snap to the side.
Yeah, and he hit those apparently Britt didn't take notes.
He hit Jericho. After that, he hit Jericho with the boom and pinned him clean as a whistle. So I expect Jericho and Adam Cole to have
2 more matches.
At least 1 to 2 more. I think maybe 1 more where Adam Cole wins, and maybe like last year where they have some Forbidden Door involvement where they do like a tag team match like Adam Cole and fucking, I don't know, somebody, Sonata versus Jericho and fucking Garcia, something like that. I don't know. Or Jericho and some of like Great O'Khan. I don't, just random guys. I'm not thinking about any storyline possibilities right now, but I could see maybe something like that happening. But I don't see Britt and Saraya and them gonna be. I think Britt and Saraya probably be done, but I don't see the Outcast and them gonna be finished up until Jamie gets the belt back at Wembley, which that is probably all sides, and that's gonna be a great moment. So I guess you're gonna have to get through the weeds to get through, but they could obviously improve. Yeah. But yeah, overall, I thought this was a great show. I thought this was a great follow up to Double or Nothing. And I thought this was pretty fucking good tonight.
Oh yeah,
a lot of fun. And that's what I do want to say about this show too. A lot of guys look like they're getting pushed that weren't going to be pushed, and obviously that's probably because of this freed up space because people are being reserved for Collision. And but the show just felt fresh, and it felt like a fresh new start. We're gonna have fucking Forbidden Door. We're gonna have some outside New Japan talent come through in the coming weeks, so it's gonna be an exciting time. And after Forbidden Door, it's all fucking roads to head to Wembley and all that. So it's a very exciting time for AEW right now. You got Punk coming back, Collision's beginning, Ibushi's coming in. So
Yeah.
Good stuff going down.
Yeah.
And now it's time for the
Once
wrestler.
again, shout out to the San Diego crowd tonight. They were awesome.
Yes.
Yeah.
The wrestler of the week for me, I'm gonna give it to Chris Statlander.
God fucking damn it, Zach.
I wanted to give it to her on Sunday, but I forgot to. But I'm giving it to her today.
I hate you. I hate you so much.
Read it and mother effing weep.
So much.
Stockholm syndrome up in this son of a bee. All right, Mike, who do you got for your wrestler of the week?
Christian, I need a second. Go ahead.
I'm gonna go with Wheeler Yuta. He fucking popped off this week just with his performances, and fucking he's pinning Bandito and fucking Kenny Omega. The guy's been put over by Bryan Danielson. The guy's been great, and yeah, Wheeler Yuta. Also, shout out to Don Callis as well for that amazing thing right there. Don Callis is not a wrestler.
Jesus Christ.
All right, Mike, who do you got?
I hate both of you. I didn't. Oh, you know what? I got a good number 3. Mr. Jay White.
All right, there you go.
Put your arm around me, Tony.
The Bang Bang Gang. All right, guys. We appreciate you all for watching. Don't forget to follow us on all the platforms. We're going to be here permanently on our own platforms. We'll be doing some content for the Sports Hit List. I'm going to make that whole entire link tree down below for you to click on the boxes. You can go to wherever the page may lead you. You can follow my Twitch at Dark Shadows Inc. I just do random shit. Probably going to be playing more Uno tomorrow. I might do drunk or high Uno. I'm thinking about it. I get violent in Uno. I get so mad at everything. But alright, guys. Appreciate you all, and let me hit that transition now.